Hi, it's Tova here from tovapayne.com. I'm a certified life coach. I specialize in emotional wellness and I'm a meditation facilitator. So today we're going to talk about manifestation. So even that word manifestation, it sounds a little whimsical and magical and even maybe a little bit airy-fairy and kind of out there. So how can you manifest in a really meaningful and tangible way? That's what I'm going to share with you today. 5 steps. So step number 1 is clarity. Sometimes we might just have a really fuzzy feeling that, I'm tired of what's going on. I don't really like this, but we don't really know what it is we don't like. We know we want change, but we haven't clarified and pinpointed the change that we want. So that is a super important step. So I recommend get out a pen, get out a piece of paper, and write down everything that you desire. Now, you may find that you only have 3 or 4 things and that you're actually quite clear, or you may find a lot of difficulty, and it might take you some time to actually think, what is it that I want? Or you may have a huge list, so many things. So whatever your list looks like, narrow it down to about 3 things, and you may find that these 3 things, they actually have something in common, or there's a theme about them, or that they all really go together. So once you're really clear on what it is you want to focus on, step 2 is absolutely a little bit magical here. It's the step of using your subconscious mind. Another word for your subconscious mind is the infinite intelligence, or also known as imagination or visualization. So your technique for using your subconscious mind to manifest, you might use the technique of stating a phrase, like an affirmation or a mantra. So let's say you want to manifest a new home. You might restate the phrase of, I am grateful for my new home, or I welcome my new home now. However, you may find that just going a little bit further into the faculty of imagination and visualization has a lot more power. And so if you just close your eyes and start to visualize, let's say, the new home, sometimes you might even sort of receive a vision. Like you might, all of a sudden, you'll see the home with things that you hadn't even necessarily thought of. You'll kind of smell the air and see the scenery. It might even be in a different neighborhood or a whole new location. So the practice of use imagination and use that visualization and visioning, it helps to, number 1, clarify even deeper, but it really makes this thing come alive. And when you do this, it generates energy, it generates power to step 3, which is action. And the action is an inspired action. So especially, let's say you wake up and you do your visualization, I recommend about 5 minutes. After that, you might find these little nudges. So a little nudge might be, you might feel this prompt to go on the internet and go check the classifieds. Or you might feel a nudge to, let's say, call a realtor or property management company. You might feel a nudge to reach out to a certain friend. Maybe they know someone who knows someone. You never know. Some of your nudges might even seem a little bit out there. Do those too. Every little nudge, every little action that is coming from that inspired place, especially if that inspiration is coming right after like that meditation, visualization exercise, that is a super powerful action. The next step is repetition. So, if you just get clear once and you just visualize once and you just take one small action once, well, you know what? Maybe that thing you wanted was kind of small and maybe that was all you had to do. And then I say, awesome, congrats. However, you may find that's not enough and that a little bit more energy is required to generate the creation, to generate the manifestation of what it is you desire. And repetition is the path of mastery. So, every day when you wake up, focus, get clear. Do you still want what you say you want? Take the time to visualize it, get into the feeling, see it. That will help then direct you to the inspired action, even a small action. It's not about how much time you put into it. It's about as much time as is needed to take those inspired actions, those little nudges that are like, do this thing. Even if it seems weird, just do that thing. So you go through the repetition. Now the fifth step is perhaps the most challenging, and it is surrender. Surrender is letting go. Surrender, you might think of it as being lovingly detached. So what this means is, yes, you're clear and you're focused, but your peripheral vision, it's still on. You know why? Because life is amazing, life is fascinating, and sometimes things come in ways that we don't expect. Sometimes there might be something coming in that wasn't even what we were focusing on. It's way better. Our mind wasn't even capable of thinking of that thing, but there it is. And so if you're still open and looking in the periphery, when that thing comes, you'll be like, oh, that's it. That's it. All this clarity, all of this has been to help redirect me to here. So surrender is a way to help redirect us. Surrender is also giving space. Things require space in life. There's this awesome quote that goes, the music happens in the space between the notes. And so allowing for that space. And you may have had this experience, I know I have. Many times I'll be working so hard at something. And then when I finally go out and I have fun and I've really surrendered because I'm not even thinking about that thing, I'm now in a whole other space. Then when I return, all of a sudden that email comes through, or that thing I've been really wanting, I get the lead, whatever it is. So that's another benefit of surrender, real surrender. And so how do you surrender? You can set the intention to surrender, and I know that that's difficult. And so sometimes it does require, go out to nature, go hang out with a friend, go do something totally different. And it's like the surrender will naturally happen because you're putting yourself in a whole different place and a whole other state. So there you have it. 5 steps to manifestation: clarity, imagination / visualization / subconscious mind, action, repetition, and surrender. All right, I hope this video has been helpful. I will love to hear from you in the comments. If you like the video, please subscribe. Also, let me know what other topics you want to hear about. And for more, visit me at my virtual office, my virtual home, tovapayne.com. And I've got all of that other information in the show notes on this YouTube channel. So thank you, and I look forward to connecting again soon.